Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are making RGHAIF, or it's Freid MSEMEN or something like that, but like we just call them RGHAIF. These are sweet ones, and they're typically made on Eid, and I think they are a staple in every household during Eid because yeah, apparently Eid without them is just not Eid. But the flavors are amazing because, as you can see, so it's super easy to make. It does require time, patience, and efforts like every other Eid and Ramadan things, but like the flavors are amazing because you have that nice balance since it's not sweet, it's not too sweet, and then you have the textures. It's flaky, crunchy, airy, fluffy, light. It all makes this really amazing heavenly bite. They're like little pillows, so they're very visually appealing as well. I highly recommend trying them, so let's show you guys how to make. So to make the RGHAIF or Freid MSEMEN, here we have 250 grams of flour, 25 grams of sesame seeds, 20 grams of almonds, a little bit of baking powder, just that little, maybe like half a teaspoon. Here we have a teaspoon of vinegar, 1 egg, 10 grams of butter, 2 grams of fennel, a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of oil, 30 centiliters of orange blossom water, and of course water to just form our dough. So I just got centiliter and milliliter mixed up. It's actually 30 milliliters of orange blossom water. Our first step is to put these in the food processor and blend them until they release their oils, because we need them to be really well blended. This is what we're looking for, a paste-like consistency, because this way when we roll our dough it doesn't like grip or anything and we get a nice dough. Once again, we're using the Moroccan xa for this, and I've sifted the flour in here. Next, we're going to sift in the baking powder, as well as the fennel. And now we're going to add in the paste. So after adding in the paste, now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So we're adding in the butter, the egg, vinegar, salt, the oil, and the orange blossom water. And we're going to mix it all together, and then we're going to slowly start adding in the water. So after incorporating the ingredients all together, now we're going to slowly start adding in the water and mixing it all together until we get the desired consistency, which once again, not too dense or heavy, but also not too light or runny. So this is what our dough should look like. As you can see, super soft. This one, we don't really need to knead it or anything. I'll show you guys what we're going to do with it. And as you can see, I didn't even end up using a full cup of water. We still have a lot left. So on a clean surface, make sure you clean your surface really well. We're just going to take a little bit of cornstarch or corn flour, whatever you call it. And we're just going to spread it around. So now we take our dough, and don't be intimidated by too much cornstarch. It's not going to affect the dough whatsoever. So we're just going to flatten it out a little. And we're going to take our roller and we're going to roll it. But make sure that you don't roll it too thick or too thin, because we're going to fold it some 3 times. So as you can see, it's easy to roll, and this is the kind of thickness we're looking for. So now we're going to take some cornstarch, and we're just going to spread it around the dough. And now we're going to start the folding process. So we're going to bring it like so. We fold the other half as well. We take this side and we fold it. And we also fold the other side. And now we're going to repeat the same process for 2 times. So once again, we're going to just spread some cornstarch on the surface. And we're going to roll our dough once again. So once we've spread it again, we're going to repeat the same process. So little bit of cornstarch. So cornstarch is the secret to its flakiness. It's what makes it flaky. So now we're going to once again fold. So now we are going to fold this side as well. So we're going to repeat the same process for the last time, because now we're going to start cutting it, and we want it to be not too thick but also not too thin, because when we fry it we want it to just you know, puff up a little, because we want it to like just inflate, if I make sense. So we finished rolling it, and this is what it should look like. So as you can see, not too thin but not too thick either. So now we're going to start cutting it, and we're going to cut it in the shape of squares. You can do triangles, you can do any shape you want, really. It depends on how you want them to look like. So I've just marked it to show you guys that we will be cutting squares of 7 centimeters, so 7 by 7. And I'm going to stop filming here because it's very hard to film and cut and all of that. So I'll meet you guys when I finish the cutting process. So we've cut our dough into squares, as you can see, and now we're ready for the frying process. So here we have some oil heating up, and we have honey to soak it in after the frying, and we have sesames to garnish it, and of course we're preparing just the a bowl with a strainer thing to strain the excess honey. So now we're going to take one of our squares, and gently we're going to drop it into the oil. And while it's frying, so we've dropped one earlier just to test it, but while it fries, you just take a little bit of oil and you pour it on top of it, because we want it to puff up. So I'm going to repeat this process with all of them, and once they start to get golden brown from one surface, we're going to flip them, and we're going to continue the same process for all of our dough. So as you can see, they've gotten golden brown, so now we're just going to remove them from the oil, and we're going to put them in the honey. So we're just going to gently try covering them in honey, and we're going to repeat the same process with our other batch. So we're going to let them sit here and soak the honey while the second batch cooks, and after the second batch cooks, we're going to take these out and put them in the bowl and all of that. We're going to repeat this process for all of our squares. So this is what they look like once we have fried them. So as you can see, they're nice and puffy, and the golden brown color, plus the color of the honey, which gives it an amazing color. So now we're just going to wait for them to cool down, as well as like drip from the excess honey. And we're going to decorate them using sesame seeds, and I'll meet you guys in the final look or product, whatever. So this is what they look like after we fry them, toss them in the honey, as well as garnish them with sesame seeds. As you can see, super light and fluffy and airy, and as well as like shiny. So let's try one. It has a great smell. The sesame and the honey, they really make this amazing smell. Kind of reminds me of cinnamon. So as you can see from the inside, super flaky. There's also not really like it doesn't have any dough from in the inside, so it's empty and fluffy, and it's really nice and crunchy as well. Also, the flavors are amazing. So this concludes today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it, and if you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can support me to make more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.